Let's move on to predictions. I'm going to let you go first just to make myself feel better.
See, now I'm the king of predictions?
Yes, since you beat me in the KC prediction.
Okay.
KC Houston.
To break the teams down, I think the Dynamo's defense is going to be what's going to keep them in the game. Quite frankly, what I mean is that LA is going to have a ton of opportunities. There's no getting around it when you have players like Donovan, Keane, Beckham, and even with McGee coming into form here in the playoffs. I mean, you have a hell of a strike force, but Houston just faced a hell of a strike force with Kansas City. Although not comparable, I'm just saying that it's a hell of a strike force. I think their defense has to play a hell of a game to stay in the match. Without Davis, it's going to hurt, but they're going to find ways to create it, and hopefully they can get Ching a few opportunities, a few crosses. Maybe if Kalen learned his flub against Kansas City, maybe he'll get an opportunity to put one away. But this is a good LA defense we're talking about. The edge obviously goes to Los Angeles Galaxy in this.
Yeah,
I would like to see Dynamo win it, but I think LA is going to win it.
I do too. You just mentioned the biggest reason for me. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can get away with missing Brad Davis for one game. There is no way you're going to make this happen with Brad Davis missing for 2 games. I just don't see it happening. I like Cameron. I like the things that are going on in the back four for Houston Dynamo. But in the end, I think there's just a little bit too much Beckham magic for this. I think that guys like Keane, Beckham, McGee, Donovan, Gonzalez, this is it for them. I mean, they got to have this. This is something they were supposed to be doing for the last 3 seasons, and now we're here. They got to make it happen. This is a failure is not an option, if you will, situation for these guys. Beckham will bend over backwards to make this a victory, to win this. He's got to go out. He's got a history of going out as wearing the crown wherever he's been at. Whenever he leaves, he leaves as a winner. And this is just this guy's MO. And I just don't see it would be, to me, tantamount to a near miracle if Houston can pull this off without Davis. I'm calling LA on this one.
Even if they take Beckham out of the equation, and then they have to deal with Juninho. Even if they take him out of Donovan, they came out of the equation. You still have Keane, who can create something out of nothing. I mean, there's just a lot of star potential in this team.
Yeah, too much
compared to Houston, who are, like I've said before, a blue collar team. They can work LA down. They might find LA on a bad day, but the edge has to go to LA in this. If you're just looking at the match itself, anything can happen in MLS, but I'm giving the heads up to LA in this.
Kinnear pulls this off. You've got to give him, major. He's already going to be in the Hall of Fame for American soccer. But you know what? They just put him in right away, because if he manages to pull this off with this crew that he has, and I'm sorry, but I just have to say, none of really the players on the Houston Dynamo are like great players. None of them. I mean, except for Brad Davis, who's not going to be there. There are no great players on the Houston Dynamo. There are just a lot of really good ones.
And they're a great team, is what they are.
That's the key. I mean, Kinnear can put a bunch of really good players together and make them a great team. Here, Bruce Arena has a few really great players. I mean, Keane, Donovan, Beckham, these are great players. Potentially Gonzalez, down the road, who knows? But he's a very good player. McGee, there's lots of good players as well. When you weigh it player by player, Houston versus L.A., it's all L.A. L.A.'s got all the tools to make this happen. And the only thing that's going to, make this happen for Houston is they're just going to be the solid professional team they always are. Solid in, they're the way they play the formation, the way they stay in line, the way they communicate with one another. That's what's going to get Houston Dynamo this win, if they're going to win it. Because skill-wise, they're deficient without Brad Davis. I guess that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Thanks for joining us on the Store 8 Red Card. We will see you sometime soon. I'm sure not long from now. Good night.